Welcome, everybody. My name is Zachary Sheffield. I am the founder of Medicare Plan Masters, where we are here to provide a master's course on Medicare. And the whole idea is just take it course by course, hole by hole, shot by shot, and break everything down for you to understand what this complicated A, B, C, D, Elemento P, what is Medicare? What is all this letters? What do they mean? That is what we're here for. We're going to clear the air. We're going to make it easy for you to understand. I truly believe Medicare, it's like a second language. You know, it really, you do have to sit there and just break it down. Hey, this is what this means. You almost need an interpreter, which I feel like I'm an interpreter for, a second language, like I said, Medicare. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to talk about, what Medicare is, how it works. This is a 3 or 4 video series, depending on how I break it down. This is the first video, so I'm not sure yet, but we're going to break it all down for you in 3 or 4 separate videos. And by the end of it, you should be a Medicare Plan Master. So where I'm at right now is my website, MedicarePlanMasters.com. Just a little introduction about me before we get started. I've been doing this since 2016. I've helped over 1,000 people. So I've seen it all. And, even though Medicare is confusing, it is kind of a good thing that there are so many different options, because all the people I've helped, I've seen it all. Low income, high income, you're traveling, you're staying where you're at. There's just so many different ways to tailor Medicare into what you're going to be doing with your life in retirement, or even if you continue to work. It's still something that it's nice to be able to tailor it. It does make it confusing with all the different advertisements and options, but that's what we're here for, to just break it all down, sift through the weeds, see what you need to do, and recommend an option from there. So, like I said, I've been doing this since 2016. I'm born and raised in DFW, went to Texas A&M, and got a very weird college job, a Medicare insurance broker. Decided not to be a server or work at the leasing office or the normal college jobs. Weird Medicare insurance broker college job for me. So really glad I stumbled into that. And it's just been no looking back since. By the time I graduated, built up a big book of business and was able just to continue to do what I was doing. And love watching my Aggies, going back anytime I can. Love watching my Dallas Cowboys. Still live in the DFW area. And so that being said, I'm a local agent. I really just want to target the DFW area for now. And, I just know different things about this market that maybe I don't know about a market that I don't live in. So really just looking for clients in DFW. Love hanging out with my family. I'm engaged, and we're looking to get married in next September. So just super excited to help you out if I can, and give you all the information that I've learned over the last 6 years. And without further ado, let's jump over to the slideshow and get started. So Medicare Plan Masters. A lot of people ask me if I play golf. I do shoot in the low 70s. Any hotter than that, I don't play. Not a very good golfer, but just figured it's a really good play on words. A master's course, when you're playing golf, you take it hole by hole, swing by swing, and that's what we're doing. We're breaking this down. And also just a master's course. It's like you're getting your master's degree. And I really do think they could honestly have a whole college course on Medicare. It's so much information. So that's what we're doing. We're giving you all the information that you're going to need to know. All right. And so original Medicare on its own, the reason I like to go over this is because you need to understand why there are different options. Medicare is great coverage, but it doesn't cover everything. So here's what it does cover, but you will see the holes that could potentially leave you in a pretty devastating situation. If you did have it on its own, don't worry, we're going to find a good way to cover you with your Medicare and another plan. So for your Part A and your Part B, they're both a part of original Medicare. They did divide it into 2 different categories, but when you hear people say Medicare, they are talking about both Part A and Part B. So Part A is what's going to cover hospitalization. There's no monthly premium. If you had a premium for Part A, you didn't work enough in your life. Most people did work enough, or at least their spouse worked enough for them to claim those working quarters. 40 quarters of your life, you had to be working, or your spouse had to be working. It would be for over $470 a month for your Part A. But most people qualify for no premium, and you don't have to worry about any sort of monthly cost from your Part A. Now, if you went to the hospital, first thing that's going to happen, $1,556 deductible. That covers you for the first 60 days. So if you went into the hospital in July for 3 days, you had to go back 3 days later, you're not going to have to pay this $1,556 deductible. But if you went in for 3 days in January and then you decide, oh, let's go back to the hospital, and it's June, well, 60 days has already passed, so you're going to have to pay this $1,556 deductible again. And so this could happen if you just decided on day 61 of every day of the year to go back. It could happen up to 6 times a year. Unlikely, but it could. So you could pay up to $9,336 in deductibles every year. And then if you decide you want to stay there longer, if you have to stay there longer, days 61 through 90 are $389 per day. And days 91 through 150 are $778 per day. So this is really bad scenario if you're ever in this case. Staying for longer than a few days nowadays is kind of a big deal. So if you're in this situation, things have really gone south with your health, but that is just something that you'd probably want to have protection for if it were to happen. So that's Part A. It also covers skilled nursing facility. First 20 days, after that, days 21 through 100 are $194.50 per day. Most of the time, the skilled nursing facilities are kicking you out before days, after 20 days. You have to show improvement most of the time to stay there. So once you stop showing improvement, they're gonna get you out of there. Now, Part B, that is what's gonna cover the doctors, the medical side of things. So that is what costs $170.10 a month. And like I said, doctors visits, MRIs, CAT scans, therapy, list goes on and on. But Part B, if you want a bird's eye view, pretty much covers everything outside of the hospital. So if you go see your cardiologist, things like that. So it has a monthly premium. And what I want you guys to understand is this $170 monthly premium, no matter which direction you decide to go with your Medicare, this is going to be a foundation for us. You're never going to get away from your Part B premium. So $170.10 in 2022 usually goes up a few dollars every year. If you make over $91,000 as a single individual, you will have an IRMA that goes up, scales up and up as your income goes higher and higher. But if you make less than $91,000 as a single person, or less than $182,000 as a couple, you won't have to worry about an IRMA. So that's how the premium works. Now, what are the costs with your Medicare Part B? So you would have a $233 deductible. So the first time you get serviced by a doctor, you're covering the first $233, which you're probably thinking, oh, wow, that's very cheap. And it is. Most deductibles on employer group coverage, $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000. I've seen $10,000 on employer group coverage, or just any insurance. So a $233 deductible is actually considerably low. And so you'd pay the first $233. And then where it could get very financially damaging to you is the 80% that Medicare covers, and leaving you with 20% of the co-insurance. So you're paying 20% of the cost, whatever the doctor charges Medicare. Not a big deal if you go see your cardiologist just for a visit, or your primary care doctor. They bill Medicare $100, you're only on the hook for $20. But if you were to, let's say, go to the hospital, you pay your $1,500 there, and then the doctor does some sort of surgery on you, you're paying 20% of that surgery. So if it was $50,000, you're on the hook for 20% of that, which is $10,000. Also, if that doctor just happens to not take Medicare as payment in full, they can charge an excess of 15% of the allowable charge that Medicare allows. So that's just something to keep in mind. Now, the whole reason of going over this slide here is just so you understand why. You know, most people would just love to be on Medicare and leave it alone, right? Just sign up and be done with it. But having a 20% coinsurance with no maximum out of pocket is it could be very financially devastating. So that is the why. And there are two different options to cover yourself from this. And we're going to go over those now. So have your Medicare A and B, you're enrolled. Now, on the left is one option, on the right is another. So on the left, keep your Medicare A and B. So your Medicare is going to pay what it's going to pay on the other slide, right? That they're going to pay their 80%. They're going to pay your hospital fees after you pay the deductible. And then also what you do is you add a Medicare supplement or Medigap, or you might have heard it called Plan G. That's just a plan within Medigap. But Medigap is what's going to cover everything that Medicare doesn't cover on that other slide I was going over. So plug in the hole of the 80, the 20% and the big deductible. We'll go more into detail on the next video of a G and an N and just the different Medicare supplement options that you have. But in a nutshell, it's three different plans, three different cards. So you're gonna have your Medicare card, that's gonna cover what it's gonna cover. You purchase a supplement, you're gonna pay your monthly premium there. And then also you're gonna purchase a drug plan. You're gonna pay your monthly premium there. So you have your 170/10, you're gonna have your monthly premium on your supplement, and then you're gonna have your monthly premium on your drug plan. The cool thing about this option is you know what your Part B premium is going to be. You're going to know what your supplement premium is going to be, and you're going to know what your drug plan premium is going to be. And the supplement covers most of what Medicare doesn't cover. So really, you're just worried about what your premiums are, and you can kind of plan and know exactly how much you're going to spend for the year. Now, another option some people are doing is Medicare Advantage. And that's also called Part C, just to confuse you a little bit more, right? And all Medicare Advantages is you're getting all your Medicare benefits. You're not losing Medicare. You're just getting your A and B benefits through an insurance company. So whatever company you sign up with, you're still covered for all your A and B. It's just going to be covered by these guys. So you're signing up for that. It's going to combine your original Medicare A and B and your drug plan into one plan. And those A and B benefits and D, for the most part, are all going to be administered by whatever insurance company of your choosing is. So there are two major differences between an Advantage plan and a supplement. We're going to end the video here, and then in the next video, we're going to go more into detail on what a supplement is versus a Medicare Advantage plan, and you can find out which is the correct which is the correct plan for you. So thanks for watching the video, and I will be back with another video and break down Medicare supplement versus Advantage.